Welcome to a world where every day is an adventure, where the rules of survival are written by nature itself. Here, the landscape is as unpredictable as the creatures that call it home, and every sunrise brings new challenges and opportunities. In the heart of this wilderness, the Florida Everglades stretches endlessly, a living, breathing mosaic of water, grass, and sky. The air is thick with humidity, and the scent of earth and water mingles with the calls of unseen birds. This is a place where the wild reigns supreme, and every creature must fight for its place in the sun. In this untamed wilderness, survival is the ultimate prize, and only the most resourceful and resilient can hope to succeed. The Everglades is a world of constant motion. Water flows slowly but relentlessly, shaping the land and dictating the rhythm of life. Every animal here is locked in a daily struggle, adapting to the shifting tides and unpredictable weather. Our journey begins deep within the heart of the Florida Everglades, a vast watery labyrinth where sawgrass stretches to the horizon and cypress trees rise from the mist. Here, the environment itself is a formidable opponent. Water levels shift with the seasons, transforming dry prairies into flooded marshes overnight. For the animals that live here, adaptation is not just a skill, it is a way of life. The land is a patchwork of habitats, open sloughs, dense tree islands, and shadowy mangrove forests, each with its own set of challenges and opportunities. The American alligator, master of these wetlands, glides silently beneath the surface, its eyes and nostrils just above the waterline. With patience and stealth, it waits for the perfect moment to strike, relying on ambush and the element of surprise. In the stillness of dawn, a great blue heron stands motionless, its silhouette reflected in the glassy water. Every muscle is tensed, every sense alert. Suddenly, with a flash of movement, it spears a fish, demonstrating the precision required to survive in these waters. Beneath the surface, fish dart between submerged roots, their silvery bodies flickering in the dappled light, always wary of the predators that lurk above and below. Every species here has carved out a unique niche. Raccoons with nimble fingers search the muddy banks for crayfish and snails, their masked faces peering into the shadows. The elusive snail kite soars above, its hooked beak perfectly evolved to extract apple snails from their shells, gliding effortlessly on the warm updrafts. River otters slip through the channels, their playful antics masking a relentless pursuit of fish and crustaceans. Each animal is a specialist, perfectly tuned to the demands of its environment. Family bonds are vital in the Everglades. Mother alligators fiercely guard their nests, responding to the faintest chirp of their hatchlings. She gently carries her young in her jaws, ferrying them to the safety of open water. Otter families work together, teaching their young to swim and hunt, passing down the knowledge needed to navigate this ever-changing world. In the dense reeds, heron chicks huddle together, waiting for their parents to return with a meal, their survival dependent on the vigilance and care of their elders. The drama of predator and prey unfolds daily. White-tailed deer move cautiously through the tall grass, their ears flicking at every sound, alert to the silent approach of a stalking panther. Fish swirl in schools, darting away from the sudden shadow of a wading bird. Each encounter is a test of instinct, speed, and strategy. The Everglades is a stage where the stakes are life and death, and every creature must play its part to survive. Defending territory and young is a constant struggle. Wading birds gather in noisy colonies, their nests perched above the water to deter egg-stealing predators. Alligator mothers patrol the shallows, ready to confront any threat to their brood. Even the smallest creatures must be vigilant. Snail kites defend their feeding grounds from rivals, while otters chase away intruders with playful but determined energy. Otters display remarkable intelligence, using rocks to crack open tough shellfish. This ingenuity allows them to access food sources that others cannot, giving them an edge in the competition for survival. Their nimble paws and sharp minds are as important as their speed and agility, proving that in the Everglades, brains can be just as valuable as brawn. Alligators are the guardians of the Everglades, shaping the landscape by digging gator holes that retain water during the dry season. These refuges become lifelines for countless creatures, from fish to turtles, ensuring the survival of many during times of scarcity. When the rains return, these pockets of life burst forth, replenishing the ecosystem and sustaining the cycle of survival. Other residents have their own survival tricks. The anhinga, or snakebird, dries its wings in the sun after diving for fish, its feathers spread wide like a living sculpture. Turtles bask on logs to regulate their body temperature, their shells gleaming in the sunlight. Frogs blend seamlessly with the vegetation, avoiding predators with perfect camouflage, their calls echoing through the night as a reminder of their hidden presence. Every action in the Everglades ripples through the ecosystem. When water levels drop, fish become concentrated in shrinking pools, attracting birds and mammals alike. The rise and fall of the water shapes the lives of all who dwell here, forging connections between predator and prey, plant and animal. The web of life is intricate and fragile, each thread essential to the whole. By understanding the intricate web of survival in the Everglades, we come to appreciate the delicate balance that sustains this wild kingdom, and the importance of every creature's role in maintaining its harmony. The Everglades is not just a place, it is a living testament to the resilience and ingenuity of life itself. So let's dive in together and explore the secrets of survival in these untamed lands, where every moment is a testament to the power and wonder of the natural world. In the Everglades, the story of survival is written in every ripple, every shadow, and every heartbeat of the wild. Imagine a river of grass stretching endlessly to the horizon. This is the Everglades, a place where water, land, and sky blend together in a breathtaking display of nature's artistry. Here, the world is a labyrinth of shimmering channels, hidden pools, and tangled vegetation, each twist and turn revealing new secrets. This vast, slow-moving wetland in southern Florida is unlike any other ecosystem on Earth. Its waters flow so gently that the landscape appears almost motionless, yet beneath the surface life is constantly on the move. Water is the architect here, carving out a mosaic of habitats: open sloughs, dense sawgrass prairies, cypress domes, and mangrove forests, each supporting its own community of creatures. The Everglades is shaped by the rhythm of wet and dry seasons. When summer rains arrive, floodwaters spread across the landscape, breathing new life into every corner. Water seeps into hidden hollows, filling ephemeral ponds where amphibians lay their eggs and fish dart in to feed. As the rains fade and drought returns, drama unfolds. Animals crowd around shrinking water holes, competing for every drop. Wading birds stalk their prey in the shallows, their patience and precision on full display, while alligators carve out deep pools that become refuges for countless species. Turtles climb onto sun-warmed logs to bask, soaking up the heat they need to thrive in this ever-changing environment. Beneath the surface, fish glide through the clear water, weaving between submerged grasses and roots, always alert for predators above and below. Schools of minnows scatter at the shadow of a passing egret, while larger fish lurk in the cool depths, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Every creature here, from the smallest insect to the largest alligator, must adapt to the constant changes in water, weather, and food. Dragonflies skim the water's surface, their larvae hunting in the submerged world below. Frogs chorus from hidden perches, their calls echoing through the reeds. Dense sawgrass prairies and tangled mangrove roots offer shelter and protection, providing safe places for animals to hide from predators, hunt for food, and raise their young. The roots of mangroves form underwater cathedrals, sheltering juvenile fish and crustaceans from the dangers of open water. Here, life is a delicate balance. Predators hunt, parents nurture their young, and every day brings new challenges and opportunities. Herons and egrets move with silent grace, plucking fish from the shallows. Alligators patrol the waterways, their presence shaping the very structure of the ecosystem. In the trees above, birds tend to their nests, feeding hungry chicks and defending their territory from rivals. Every plant and animal, no matter how small, plays a vital role in this intricate web of life. The Everglades is a living tapestry, woven together by countless connections, each thread essential to the whole. All of it depends on the slow, pure flow of water from Lake Okeechobee, which nourishes the land and sustains the creatures that call this place home. The Everglades is a fragile paradise, its beauty and balance easily disrupted by changes in water, climate, or the natural cycles that have shaped it for millennia. For thousands of years, this remarkable landscape has supported an incredible diversity of life. From ancient alligators to rare birds found nowhere else on Earth, the health of the Everglades is vital for the survival of its unique wildlife, many of which are now endangered and rely on this habitat for their future. Each season, each rainfall, each subtle shift in water level shapes the destinies of countless creatures, binding them together in a dance as old as the land itself. In this watery maze, every life is intertwined. The Everglades is not just a place, but a living, breathing network of ecosystems, each dependent on the flow of water, each a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life. The water's journey from Lake Okeechobee to the southern tip of Florida is a slow, deliberate dance, nourishing every corner of this vast wilderness. The Everglades is a testament to the power of water to shape life, a reminder of the delicate balance that sustains this unique and precious ecosystem. Deep in the heart of the Everglades, survival is a story written by families, woven together by bonds of trust, protection, and teamwork. Here, every sunrise brings new challenges, and every animal relies on the strength of its group to face the wild unknown. Across these vast wetlands, remarkable strategies have evolved, each one a testament to the power of unity. North American river otters, with their sleek bodies and playful spirits, are more than just expert swimmers. They are ingenious problem solvers, using stones as tools to crack open stubborn shells, but even this cleverness is amplified by teamwork. While one otter works, others keep watch, alert for lurking dangers. Nearby, white ibises move as a single coordinated flock. Some birds lower their heads to probe the mud for food, while others stand tall, scanning the horizon for threats. Each ibis knows its role, and together they create a living shield of vigilance and cooperation. Otters hunt in small family groups, weaving through reeds and shallow streams. They communicate with chirps and whistles, coordinating their movements to herd fish into tight corners. When a crayfish is caught, it's not uncommon for the catch to be shared among siblings, reinforcing the bonds that hold the family together. Along the water's edge, great egrets and tricolored herons form unlikely alliances. By feeding side by side, they flush out hidden prey, each bird benefiting from the other's presence. In the Everglades, even rivals can become partners when survival is at stake. On the riverbank, otter families gather in tight-knit groups. They greet each other with gentle nuzzles, flicking their tails and exchanging a chorus of hisses and whistles. These sounds are more than just noise. They are a language of reassurance, warning, and affection. In the treetops above, snail-kite parents work tirelessly, bringing fresh snails to their hungry chicks. Both mother and father take turns feeding and guarding the nest, their partnership ensuring that every chick has a chance to thrive. For the youngest members of these families, every day is a lesson in survival. Otter mothers patiently teach their cubs to swim, guiding them through gentle currents and showing them how to dive for food. Older siblings join in, turning learning into play and play into mastery. On the muddy banks, an alligator mother stands guard as her hatchlings emerge from their nest. With a gentle nudge, she leads them to the safety of the water, her massive form a living shield against danger. The hatchlings follow her closely, their tiny calls echoing through the reeds. When danger approaches, the true strength of family is revealed. A group of otters faced with a prowling alligator bands together in a display of courage. They arch their backs, bare their teeth, and work as one to drive the predator away from their young. In the sky, a flock of white ibises spots a hawk circling near their nesting colony. Instantly, the birds rise as one, mobbing the intruder with shrill cries and flapping wings, forcing it to retreat. In these moments, unity is their greatest weapon. As storms roll across the marsh, otter families huddle together for warmth and safety, their bodies pressed close in a circle of protection. Above, snail-kite parents spread their wings over their chicks, shielding them from the driving rain. Every gesture, every act of care is a promise. No one is left behind. Otters continue to prove that survival is not just about strength or speed, but about working together. They share food, groom each other, and reinforce the bonds that make their families strong. In the reeds, alligator hatchlings call out in chorus, their tiny voices summoning their mother. She responds instantly, drawn by the collective call of her young, ready to defend them from any threat. As the sun sets, otter families move through the marsh in silent formation, every member alert to the world around them. Overhead, ibis flocks soar in perfect synchrony, each bird trusting the others to guide the way. In the Everglades, family is more than a bond. It is a lifeline. Here, teamwork is the secret to overcoming every obstacle. Otters help each other over tangled roots and through swift currents, never leaving a member behind. In the sky, snail-kite parents encourage their fledglings to take their first flights, guiding them with patience and care. From the water's edge to the open sky, the Everglades' wild families show that together they are truly unstoppable. In the vast, sun-dappled expanse of the Everglades, a silent ruler glides through the water, barely disturbing the surface. The American alligator is the undisputed monarch of these wetlands, a living relic whose reign began in the shadow of the dinosaurs. For over 150 million years, these ancient reptiles have watched the world change, their armored forms a testament to the power of adaptation and survival. Every scale, every muscle, every instinct has been honed by eons of evolution, making the alligator not just a survivor, but a shaper of the wild kingdom it calls home. As the apex predator, the alligator commands respect from every creature in the Everglades. Its hunting is a masterclass in patience and precision. Hidden beneath a curtain of floating lilies, the alligator waits, motionless, its eyes and nostrils just breaking the water's surface. The world around it is a tapestry of sound, chorusing frogs, the flutter of herons, the distant splash of a turtle. Yet the alligator remains still, a shadow among shadows, blending perfectly with the tangled vegetation and dappled light. Sometimes it balances a stick on its snout, a clever ruse to lure in birds searching for nesting material. This rare display of tool use among reptiles is a glimpse into the cunning mind of the king. When the moment is right, the alligator explodes from the water with astonishing speed. Its jaws, powered by one of the strongest bite forces in the animal kingdom, snap shut on its prey, fish, turtles, birds, and even other predators. The ambush is over in a heartbeat, the water rippling with the echoes of the hunt. Each attack is a lesson in strategy, patience, and raw power. The alligator's ability to learn from experience, to adapt its tactics to the shifting rhythms of the wetlands, makes it a formidable hunter, feared and respected by all. But the king of the wetlands is not only a ruthless predator. In the heart of the marsh, a mother alligator guards her nest, hidden among the reeds. She is vigilant, her senses attuned to every rustle and shadow. When her eggs begin to hatch, she gently uncovers them, her massive jaws transformed into a cradle for her tiny, vulnerable young. One by one she carries her hatchlings to the water, her devotion fierce and unwavering. For weeks she will protect them from danger, teaching them the ways of the wild. This remarkable parental care is rare among reptiles, a testament to the alligator's complex role as both predator and protector. The alligator's influence reaches far beyond the hunt. As the dry season tightens its grip on the Everglades, water becomes scarce. The alligator, with powerful limbs and determination, digs deep gator holes, lifelines in a parched landscape. These depressions fill with water, becoming oases that draw fish, turtles, and birds from miles around. In these gator holes, life congregates, finding refuge from the relentless sun. The alligator's labor ensures that the wetlands pulse with life even in the harshest times. As a keystone species, the alligator is the architect of the Everglades. Its activities create habitats, maintain water flow, and support a dazzling array of life. Fish and turtles gather in the cool depths of gator holes, while wading birds hunt along the muddy banks. The alligator's predation keeps populations in check, preventing any one species from overwhelming the delicate balance of the ecosystem. From the smallest insect to the largest heron, every creature is touched by the alligator's presence. In the dry months, the gator hole becomes a stage for survival. Parched animals gather at the water's edge, wary but desperate. The alligator rests nearby, a silent sentinel. There is a fragile truce here, a moment of coexistence in the struggle for life. Without the alligator's engineering, many of these animals would not survive the season. The web of life in the Everglades is held together by the king's steady hand. The king's rule is not without challenge. Alligators are fiercely territorial, each one patrolling its domain with vigilance. They communicate through deep bellows that vibrate across the water, through postures and displays that signal strength and intent. Battles for territory are swift and decisive, ensuring that the wetlands are not overrun and that resources are shared. This territorial order keeps the Everglades in balance, each alligator a guardian of its own patch of wild. The alligator's reign is not just about dominance, but stewardship. Its presence is a stabilizing force, a living thread that weaves together the fabric of the Everglades. The health of the wetlands depends on the king's survival, for without the alligator, the wild kingdom would falter and fade. As dawn breaks and mist curls above the marsh, the alligator glides through golden water, a symbol of resilience and the enduring spirit of the wild. In every ripple, every silent watch, the king of the wetlands ensures that the Everglades remain a realm of life, mystery, and wonder, a true wild kingdom ruled by the ancient and mighty alligator. In the heart of the Everglades, nature's master builders are hard at work. While alligators carve out watery trails and beavers transform landscapes, birds like egrets and wood-storks are also expert architects, each using unique construction techniques to shape their world. Beavers use their powerful teeth to fell trees and gather branches, skillfully weaving them into sturdy dams that slow the flow of water. These industrious creatures work tirelessly, gnawing through trunks with precision and dragging their building materials through the water to their construction sites. With mud and sticks, they reinforce these structures, creating deep ponds that serve as safe havens for themselves and countless other species. The beaver's dam building not only alters the landscape, but also creates a thriving aquatic environment. Their lodges, built with underwater entrances, offer protection from predators and shelter for close-knit families. These lodges are marvels of engineering, with multiple chambers and ventilation systems that keep the interior dry and warm. Beavers are herbivores, feeding on bark and twigs, and their constant construction shapes the very ecosystem they inhabit. Their diet of woody plants helps to keep the forest in balance, preventing overgrowth and promoting new growth. Living in tight family groups, they pass down building skills through generations, ensuring their legacy endures. Young beavers, or kits, learn by watching their parents and older siblings, gradually mastering the art of construction. The beaver's engineering creates rich habitats supporting fish, frogs, otters, and a vibrant web of life. These ponds become bustling ecosystems, teeming with activity and providing resources for a multitude of species. Beavers and otters often share these ponds, each respecting the other's space, thriving in the environments beavers help create. The presence of otters adds another layer of complexity to these ecosystems, as they hunt and play in the waters shaped by beaver activity. High above the water, birds like egrets and storks gather twigs and reeds, weaving intricate nests in the safety of trees and marshes. These nests are carefully constructed to withstand the elements and provide a secure place for their eggs and chicks. Their nests, expertly constructed, cradle the next generation, while entire colonies transform the treetops into bustling nurseries. The sight of these colonies, with birds constantly coming and going, is a testament to the collaborative effort of these avian architects. The combined efforts of these builders, beaver and bird, reshape the Everglades, creating habitats that benefit countless creatures. Their work ensures that the Everglades remain a dynamic and thriving environment. Their quest for survival sparks a chain reaction, helping entire communities thrive in this wild kingdom. The impact of their construction is felt far and wide as new habitats emerge and species find new opportunities to flourish. In the Everglades, the ingenuity of nature's builders shapes a world where life flourishes at every turn. From the waterlogged trails of alligators to the towering nests of birds, every corner of this landscape is a testament to the power of natural engineering. Along the wild, windswept coast of southern Africa, the Cape Fur seal has carved out a life of remarkable adaptation and resilience. Here the ocean crashes relentlessly against jagged rocks, and the air is thick with the calls of thousands of seals. Each day the colony awakens to the golden light of dawn, the adults stretching and shaking off the chill of the night, while pups huddle close to their mothers for warmth and comfort. The Cape Fur seal's dense, waterproof fur is its shield against the cold Atlantic, each strand trapping a layer of air to keep the animal warm even as icy waves break over its back. In the Everglades, this same fur would serve as armor against the brackish, ever-changing waters, allowing the seals to slip silently between tangled mangrove roots and open lagoons, always dry beneath the surface. As the sun rises higher, the colony stirs to life. Mothers nuzzle their pups, grooming them with gentle care, while the young ones practice their first awkward steps across the slippery rocks. Each pup's cry is unique, a signature that allows its mother to find it among the throng. The bond between mother and pup is unbreakable. She will defend her young fiercely, guiding it through the chaos of the colony and teaching it the skills it needs to survive. The day's first challenge comes as the seals slip into the water. Sleek and agile, they glide through the shallows, their sensitive whiskers twitching as they search for fish. Even in murky water, these whiskers detect the faintest vibrations, turning the ocean into a world of signals and movement. In the Everglades, this gift would help them hunt among submerged roots and shifting currents, always alert for the flash of a fish or the ripple of a hidden threat. On land, the drama of the colony unfolds. Bulls, massive and powerful, patrol their territories with unwavering determination. Their roars echo across the rocks as they challenge rivals, each battle a test of strength and will. Only the strongest bulls secure the best spots, prime real estate for raising a family, safe from the pounding surf and the ever-watchful eyes of predators. The pups, meanwhile, are bundles of energy and curiosity. They tumble over rocks, chase each other through narrow crevices, and practice their swimming in shallow pools. Every day is a lesson in survival. In the Everglades, these young seals would learn to dodge lurking alligators and stealthy panthers, just as they now evade hyenas and jackals that prowl the edges of their colony. Every shadow could hide a predator, every splash a warning. Danger is never far away. In the water, great white sharks patrol the surf, their presence sending waves of panic through the colony. On land, the approach of a hyena or jackal triggers a stampede, mothers herding their pups to safety. The seals' only defense is their vigilance, their ability to sense danger and react in an instant, diving into the sea or huddling together for protection. As the day fades and the sun sinks low, the colony settles into a rare moment of peace. Families huddle together, sharing warmth and comfort. The bonds between them are strong, forged by the constant challenges of their world. The Cape Fur seal's story is one of adaptation, of thriving in harsh, unpredictable worlds, whether on the rocky coasts of Africa or the mysterious waterways of the Everglades. Each day is a test of strength, family, and the will to survive against all odds. Across the globe, animals are adapting in remarkable and ingenious ways to survive in a world that grows warmer with each passing year. On the sun-drenched coasts of southern Africa, the African penguin faces daily challenges that test its resilience and resourcefulness. As the midday sun beats down, these penguins rely on specialized sweat glands above their eyes to release excess heat. You can see the faint pink patches on their faces, tiny windows where blood flows close to the surface, cooling as it passes through. This adaptation allows them to stand for hours on baking rocks, enduring temperatures that would overwhelm most birds. When the heat becomes too much, they slip into the cool embrace of the ocean. Beneath the waves, their streamlined bodies cut through the water with effortless grace. Here they chase after shimmering schools of sardines and anchovies, darting and weaving with astonishing speed. As ocean temperatures rise and prey becomes unpredictable, the penguins must travel farther and dive deeper, pushing their limits to find enough food. Their black and white plumage is more than just striking, it's a clever disguise. From above, their dark backs blend with the rocky shoreline and deep water, hiding them from hungry gulls and raptors. From below, their pale bellies merge with the bright surface, making them nearly invisible to lurking predators like sharks and seals. In a world where danger can come from any direction, this camouflage is a lifeline. But survival isn't just about outsmarting the elements or evading predators. It's also about connection. African penguins form strong, lifelong bonds with their mates, returning year after year to the same nesting site. They greet each other with braying calls and gentle preening, reinforcing the partnership that will see them through the toughest seasons. Together, they share the demanding work of raising a family. One parent guards the eggs or chicks, shielding them from the relentless sun and prowling predators, while the other ventures out to sea in search of food. When the hunter returns, the roles switch, each parent taking turns, ensuring their young are never left alone or hungry. This teamwork is crucial, especially as the climate shifts and food becomes harder to find. Across the animal kingdom, other species are also showing remarkable resilience. Some shift their ranges, moving to cooler waters or higher ground. Others adjust their breeding times, laying eggs earlier or later to match the changing seasons. Many experiment with new foods, learning to survive on what the warming world provides. Adaptation is the key to survival. Some penguins dig deeper burrows to escape the heat, while others seek the shade of boulders or nest in cooler crevices. In the water, they explore new hunting grounds, following shifting currents and the movements of their prey. Every day brings new challenges, and every day they find new ways to endure. Their resilience is a testament to nature's ingenuity, each adaptation a story of survival, written in feathers and instinct, in a world that grows warmer every day. In the face of change, the African penguin and countless other creatures remind us that life, in all its forms, will always find a way. As dawn breaks along Africa's sprawling coastline, The first golden rays of sunlight reveal a world teeming with life. Herds of antelope graze near the water's edge, while flocks of flamingos take flight, painting the sky with a blush of pink. The coastline is only the threshold to a continent where every corner bursts with astonishing diversity, a wild kingdom where every day is a struggle for survival, much like the untamed Everglades. Just offshore, the great white shark glides silently beneath the waves, its senses tuned to the faintest vibrations. Suddenly, with explosive force, it breaches the surface, launching itself toward an unsuspecting seal. This apex predator's mastery of stealth and power is unrivaled, a living legend of the deep. In the Everglades, alligators fill a similar niche, silent, patient, and deadly. They wait beneath the still waters, ready to strike with lightning speed. On the sun-baked savanna, the marabou stork stands tall among the remains of a fallen wildebeest. Its massive bill tears through tough hide, recycling nutrients back into the earth. Around it, other scavengers gather, each playing a part in nature's clean-up crew. In the Everglades, vultures and wading birds perform the same essential service, ensuring that nothing goes to waste and that disease is kept at bay. In a grassy field, the grey-crowned crane begins its mesmerizing courtship dance. With wings outstretched and golden crown gleaming, it leaps and bows, calling to its mate with haunting cries. High in the trees, these cranes roost safely above the predators below. In the Everglades, herons and egrets mirror this ritual, their elegant displays and careful nest-building vital for the next generation's survival. Across the open plains, a herd of impalas grazes warily. Suddenly a shadow flickers. Predator approaches. In a blur of motion, the impalas leap high and far, their bodies twisting mid-air to evade snapping jaws. Their agility is their shield. In the Everglades, white-tailed deer rely on similar bursts of speed and nimble leaps to escape the ever-present threat of lurking predators. In the tall grass, a leopard moves with ghostly silence. Muscles tense, eyes fixed, it inches closer to its quarry. With a sudden burst, it pounces, precision and patience rewarded. The Florida panther, rare and elusive, stalks through the sawgrass in much the same way, its golden eyes scanning for the slightest movement, its survival dependent on stealth and timing. In Africa's wild heart, predators and prey, scavengers and grazers all share the same space. Lions rest in the shade as zebras graze nearby, ever watchful. Hyenas and jackals wait for their chance, while elephants and buffalo shape the land itself. In the Everglades, alligators, birds, and fish coexist in a delicate balance, each species woven into the fabric of life. Every day the African wilderness is alive with drama. A cheetah sprints after a gazelle, a herd of elephants shields its young from prowling lions, a crocodile snaps at a crossing wildebeest. Each moment is a testament to the skills, instincts and beauty of Africa's wild inhabitants. In the Everglades, snakes coil, turtles bask and birds hunt, each perfectly adapted to their watery world. Survival in these wild places is a relentless test. In Africa, a lone wildebeest braves a crocodile-infested river. A lioness nurses her cubs through drought. A meerkat stands guard against eagles. In the Everglades, animals endure floods, drought, and the constant threat of predation. Each species adapts, each moment a story of resilience and determination. In both Africa and the Everglades, the line between hunter and hunted is ever shifting. A lion's roar echoes across the plains as antelope scatter. A snake coils silently, waiting for a careless frog. An alligator's eyes break the surface, fixed on a passing fish. Here, every creature is both predator and prey, a living testament to the wild kingdom's enduring spirit, where the dance of survival never ends. Our journey has revealed a world of beauty, intelligence, and resilience. In the heart of the Everglades, the sun rises over a landscape teeming with life, each creature playing a vital role in the intricate web of nature. We've seen otters defend their families with fierce loyalty, their playful antics masking a deep commitment to their kin. Alligators, the ancient guardians of the wetlands, shape the environment with their powerful presence, creating habitats that support a myriad of species. In unexpected places, penguins have adapted to warmer climates, showcasing their incredible resilience and ability to thrive against the odds. Each animal is a champion, perfectly suited to its home, embodying the spirit of survival and adaptation. Their camouflage and unique adaptations allow them to blend seamlessly into their surroundings, a testament to nature's ingenuity. In the wetlands, a diverse array of animals interact, each one vital to the ecosystem's health and balance. Their stories show how all life is interconnected, predators and prey, large and small, each one playing a crucial role in the circle of life. Symbiotic relationships flourish, where one species' survival often supports many others, creating a delicate balance that sustains the ecosystem. Across the wild kingdom, animals lead the way in survival and conservation. Elephants carve out waterholes in dry riverbeds, providing life-giving water for countless creatures. Beavers engineer wetlands, creating habitats that shelter fish, amphibians, and birds. Birds like oxpeckers form partnerships with large mammals, removing pests and keeping herds healthy. Wolves manage populations of prey, keeping ecosystems in balance. Coral reefs, built by tiny animals, become safe havens for thousands of species. Underground ants cultivate fungus gardens, recycling nutrients and enriching the soil for plants and animals alike. Animal migrations shape entire landscapes. Birds travel vast distances, spreading seeds and pollinating flowers. Sea turtles return to ancient nesting grounds, ensuring the next generation. Monarch butterflies cross continents, connecting forests and meadows in their epic journey. Meerkats stand guard to protect their families. Dolphins work together to herd fish, sharing the bounty. Chimpanzees use tools to access food, passing knowledge through generations. In every corner of the planet, animals adapt, innovate, and cooperate to survive. Their actions restore habitats, maintain balance, and ensure the health of their world. Every footprint, every web spun, every flower pollinated is a testament to animal-led conservation. Their instincts and behaviors protect the wild places they call home. Together, these remarkable creatures ensure the world remains alive with the wonders of the animal kingdom, guarded and sustained by the animals themselves. Their stories inspire us to protect and cherish the natural world, ensuring that future generations can witness the incredible tapestry of life that we are privileged to see today. As the sun dips below the horizon, painting the vast wetlands of the Everglades in hues of gold and violet, a transformation begins. The world that thrived in daylight now grows still, and a new realm, one shrouded in mystery, awakens beneath the gathering shadows. The familiar daytime chorus fades away, replaced by a delicate symphony, the rhythmic chirping of crickets, the persistent croak of frogs, and the gentle rustle of unseen wings. Each sound is a signal, a secret message passed between the creatures of the night. Under the cloak of darkness, the Everglades becomes a world of stealth and silent drama. Every shadow hides a story, every ripple hints at a hidden life. From the tangled sawgrass, a bobcat emerges, its fur blending perfectly with the night. It moves with practiced grace, each step calculated to avoid the crackle of dry reeds. The bobcat's world is one of patience and precision, where a single misstep could mean the difference between a meal and an empty belly. Its luminous eyes, wide and unblinking, scan the moonlit marsh for the faintest sign of movement. A twitch in the grass, a glimmer of fur, these are the clues that guide its silent hunt. The bobcat pauses, muscles tensed, ready to pounce at the perfect moment. High above, a pair of barred owls glide between the ancient cypress trees. Their wings beat without a sound, a marvel of nature's engineering. With eyes adapted to the faintest glimmer of starlight, they spot the scurrying of a mouse or the leap of a frog. In a flash, they swoop down, talons extended, claiming their prize with uncanny precision. Beneath the still surface of the water, alligators drift like ancient shadows. Only their eyes and nostrils break the surface, glinting in the moonlight. They wait, motionless, for the telltale splash of a careless fish or the ripple of a thirsty animal. In the darkness, patience is their greatest weapon. Fish and amphibians, bold and lively by day, now move with caution. Frogs slip silently between lily pads, their eyes scanning for danger. Small fish dart through the shallows, seeking shelter among tangled roots, ever wary of the silent hunters above and below. Along the muddy banks, raccoons and opossums begin their nightly search. With nimble fingers, raccoons probe the soft earth and shallow water for crabs, snails, and anything edible. Opossums, with their sensitive noses, sniff out hidden treats, their pale shapes slipping through the undergrowth like ghosts. Overhead, bats take to the sky, weaving intricate patterns as they chase clouds of mosquitoes and moths. Their high-pitched calls, inaudible to human ears, bounce off the water and trees, guiding them to their prey with astonishing accuracy. Even the smallest creatures play their part. Glowworms dangle from leaves and branches, their tiny lights twinkling in the darkness. These living lanterns lure unsuspecting insects into sticky traps, a delicate dance of light and hunger. Across the wetlands, every animal has its own strategy for surviving the night. Some hunt, some hide, and some simply wait for dawn. Each adapts in its own way, shaped by countless generations of trial and error. As the stars wheel overhead and the night deepens, the Everglades pulses with hidden life. Every hour brings new challenges and fleeting opportunities, as predator and prey engage in a silent, ancient dance. In this secret world, the drama of survival unfolds unseen by most eyes. Every rustle, every shadow is a story of adaptation and resilience vital to the balance of the wetlands. The nocturnal creatures of the Everglades remind us that the wild kingdom never truly sleeps. Beneath the stars, life continues, complex, beautiful, and forever mysterious. Beneath the towering cypress and dense sawgrass of the Everglades, an invisible army is always at work, millions upon millions of insects, each with a unique story, each playing a vital role in this intricate living tapestry. Here in the dappled light and humid air, the tiniest creatures are the true engineers of the wild. While they may be small, their impact is enormous. Every inch of the Everglades teems with life, ants marching in endless lines, beetles scurrying beneath fallen leaves, and clouds of gnats swirling in the golden light. Each insect, no matter how minuscule, is a vital thread in the fabric of this ecosystem. Grasshoppers leap from blade to blade, their powerful legs launching them through the air. They nibble on fresh shoots, transforming tough plant matter into rich nutrients that feed the soil. As they feed, they leave behind tiny droppings, nature's fertilizer, helping new plants to grow and thrive. Dragonflies, the aerial acrobats of the wetlands, patrol the waterways with jeweled wings flashing in the sunlight. Their eyes, made up of thousands of tiny lenses, spot the faintest movement. In a split second, they snatch mosquitoes and gnats mid-flight, keeping pest populations in check and providing a living shield for the creatures below. Deep in the mud, beetles and ants tunnel tirelessly. Ants carve out elaborate underground cities, moving grains of soil and fragments of leaves. Beetles burrow through decaying plant matter, breaking it down into nutrients that enrich the wetlands. Their constant work aerates the earth, making it possible for roots to breathe and water to flow. Butterflies and bees flit from flower to flower, their delicate wings stirring the air. Each visit transfers pollen, ensuring the next generation of blooms. The Everglades bursts into color as these pollinators work, their bodies dusted with golden pollen, weaving invisible connections between plants. Their delicate dance is essential for the food web. The seeds and fruits that result from their labor feed everything from tiny frogs hiding in the reeds to massive wading birds stalking the shallows. Without these pollinators, the chain of life would unravel. Meanwhile, water striders skate across the surface of still ponds, their long legs barely dimpling the water. They hunt for larvae and fallen insects, their movements so light they seem to defy gravity. For hungry fish and amphibians lurking below, these striders are a welcome meal. Some insects are masters of disguise. Katydids, with their leaf-shaped bodies, and stick insects mimicking twigs, blend perfectly into the greenery. Their camouflage is so complete that even the sharpest-eyed predator can pass them by, allowing these tiny titans to survive in a world full of danger. Others, like the assassin bug, are cunning hunters. Lying in wait, they ambush unsuspecting prey with lightning speed, injecting a paralyzing venom before feeding. Their tactics are as varied as their forms, each adapted to the challenges of the wild Everglades. Even the seemingly insignificant mosquito larvae serve a purpose. Wriggling in the shallows, they become a feast for hungry fish and dragonfly nymphs. In this way, energy flows from the smallest creatures to the largest, fueling the cycle of life. Through competition and cooperation, insects form the backbone of life in the Everglades. Some battle for territory, others work together in colonies, but all are connected in a web of survival. They break down waste, pollinate plants, and feed countless animals. Each insect, whether breaking down a fallen branch or becoming a meal for a hungry frog, weaves a thread in the web that sustains the entire ecosystem. In this wild, watery world, the survival of the largest creatures depends on the smallest. The heron's patient hunt, the frog's sudden leap, the bloom of a wildflower, all are made possible by the tireless work of the tiny titans. In the grand story of nature, every life, no matter how small, has a role to play. As the sun dips below the horizon, painting the Everglades in hues of gold and amber, the wetlands come alive with a new energy. From the dense sawgrass and shadowy cypress knees, a secretive cast of amphibians and reptiles stirs, each perfectly attuned to the rhythms of this watery world. The Everglades is a living museum, sheltering a dazzling array of these ancient survivors, creatures whose ancestors once roamed with the dinosaurs. Each species boasts unique adaptations, from the slick skin of frogs to the armored shells of turtles, allowing them to conquer both land and water with ease. As dusk deepens, a symphony begins. Tree frogs, hidden among the reeds and branches, fill the air with their melodic calls, their voices echoing across the marsh like nature's own orchestra. Their toes, tipped with sticky pads, grip slick leaves and bark, while their delicate skin absorbs the moisture of the humid night, keeping them nimble and hydrated. Masters of disguise, these frogs blend seamlessly with the greens and browns of their world, vanishing from sight in an instant to evade hungry predators. Beneath the water's surface, salamanders glide like living shadows, their slender bodies undulating through the still moonlit pools. With feathery gills fanning out behind their heads, they draw oxygen from the water, thriving where few others can. And if danger strikes, these remarkable creatures can regrow lost limbs, a feat of regeneration that seems almost magical in its speed and precision. But the amphibians are not alone in this twilight kingdom. Lurking just beneath the surface, the American alligator reigns supreme, its eyes and nostrils barely breaking the water as it surveys its domain. Armored in thick, rugged scales and armed with jaws that can snap shut with bone-crushing force, the alligator is both guardian and predator of the Everglades. With a sudden burst of speed, it can ambush fish, turtles, or even unwary mammals, helping to keep the balance of life in check. As a top predator, the alligator shapes the ecosystem, creating pools that provide refuge for countless other species during the dry season. On sun-drenched logs, turtles gather in quiet clusters, soaking up the warmth that fuels their cold-blooded bodies. Their shells, each patterned and ridged like a fingerprint, serve as both shield and sanctuary, protecting them from prowling predators. Among them, the soft-shell turtle stands out, its flattened, leathery shell and streamlined body built for speed. With a sudden flick, it darts through the water, snapping up insects and small fish with lightning-fast precision. In the tangled undergrowth, snakes glide silently, their scales glinting in the fading light. The water moccasin, its body thick and muscular, lies coiled and camouflaged against the muddy banks, waiting with patient stillness for an unsuspecting meal. Nearby, the slender ribbon snake weaves through the reeds, its quick tongue flicking as it hunts for frogs and tadpoles among the shallows. Each snake, whether venomous or harmless, plays a role in the delicate balance of predator and prey. Even the smallest lizards, anoles and skinks, dart through the leaf litter, their quick movements helping to keep insect populations in check. Together, these amphibians and reptiles form the living threads of the Everglades' intricate food web. They are both hunters and hunted, connecting the tiniest insects to the largest wading birds and mammals that share this wild kingdom. Every movement, every adaptation is a testament to their resilience and ingenuity. Camouflage that renders them invisible, the power to regenerate lost limbs, armor that deflects attack, and the ability to move in utter silence. These are the secrets to their survival. In a landscape that is always shifting, where water levels rise and fall and storms sweep across the horizon, these creatures adapt, endure, and thrive. The endless dance of life in the Everglades is choreographed by these scaled and slimy survivors. Their movements, whether bold or hidden, keep the ecosystem in perpetual motion, ensuring the wild kingdom endures. To thrive in the wilds of the Everglades, one must be both tough and endlessly adaptable, a lesson written in the scales and skin of its most secretive inhabitants. And so, as night falls, the amphibians and reptiles of the Everglades continue their ancient rituals, proving that survival here is a story of resilience, adaptation, and quiet triumph. In the heart of the Everglades, the passage of time is written in water and sky. As the seasons shift, the entire landscape transforms, and every living creature must adapt or perish. The sun rises over the wetlands, casting golden light on a world in constant motion. This vast wetland is a place of dramatic transformations where the ebb and flow of water dictate the survival strategies of countless species. Each channel, each patch of sawgrass becomes a stage for nature's relentless drama. As the dry season takes hold, the water recedes, exposing wide mudflats and shrinking pools. Fish and other aquatic creatures are forced into ever tighter spaces, their world shrinking day by day. The air grows heavy with anticipation as predators and prey alike sense the coming struggle. Wading birds, like the elegant heron and the vibrant roseate spoonbill, descend upon these shallow waters. Their long legs carry them gracefully through the muck, and their specialized bills probe the mud for trapped fish and crustaceans. Each step is calculated, each movement a delicate balance between hunger and caution. For these birds, the dry season is a time of plenty. They gorge themselves on the concentrated bounty, building up reserves for the leaner months ahead. The heron's sharp eyes spot a flicker beneath the surface. A quick strike and another meal is claimed. Meanwhile, the alligator, master of adaptation, begins its ancient ritual. With powerful limbs, it digs deep, muddy depressions, gator holes that will hold precious water long after the rest of the wetland has dried. These refuges are carved from instinct and necessity, a testament to survival honed over millennia. As the landscape dries, these gator holes become oases. Fish, turtles, and even other reptiles crowd into the cool, muddy water, seeking shelter from the relentless sun. Here, predator and prey are brought together by the scarcity of water, each dependent on the other for the fragile balance of life. The alligator waits, motionless, conserving energy. Its eyes barely break the surface, ever watchful. In these moments, it is both guardian and threat, maintaining its dominance as the apex predator of the Everglades. Then, with the arrival of the wet season, the world is reborn. Dark clouds gather, and the first drops of rain fall, swelling into torrents that flood the parched earth. Water surges through the channels, transforming the landscape into a vast, interconnected waterway. Torrential rains sweep across the Everglades, filling every hollow and depression. The dry, cracked mud disappears beneath a shimmering expanse, and the cycle of abundance begins anew. Fish populations surge, taking advantage of the new, expansive habitat. Freed from the confines of shrinking pools, they disperse across the wetlands, colonizing every corner of the flooded landscape. Frogs and toads emerge from their hiding places, drawn by the promise of water. Their calls echo through the night, a chorus of hope and renewal. In the temporary ponds, they gather to breed, laying eggs that will hatch into the next generation of survivors. Mammals, too, must adapt. The white-tailed deer moves with quiet confidence, its hooves finding purchase in the soft, wet earth. The elusive bobcat prowls the edges of the flooded forest, its senses sharpened by the challenge of the changing terrain. For the deer, the wet season brings a feast of new growth. Lush vegetation springs up in the wake of the rains, and the deer graze contentedly, their coats slick with rainwater. The bobcat, ever the opportunist, uses the dense undergrowth as cover. It moves silently, stalking its prey with patience and precision, taking full advantage of the season's bounty and the concealment offered by the thick vegetation. Even the smallest inhabitants of the Everglades are masters of adaptation. Insects cling to wetland plants, their lives intricately timed to the rise and fall of the water. Dragonflies dart above the water, their wings flashing in the sunlight, while swarms of mosquitoes rise from the surface. Their life cycles are synchronized with the wet season, ensuring their survival and proliferation. These insects in turn become vital food for birds, amphibians, and reptiles. The Everglades food web is a tapestry of interdependence, each thread essential to the whole. Through drought and flood, feast and famine, the Everglades endures. Its inhabitants are bound together by the need to adapt, to change, and to survive. From the largest alligator to the tiniest insect, every species plays a part in this ever-changing mosaic of life. Each adaptation, each strategy is a story of resilience. In this land of extremes, survival is a matter of timing, ingenuity, and the relentless will to thrive. The Everglades is a living testament to the power of adaptation, a wild kingdom where change is the only constant. In the heart of the Everglades, where water and sky seem to merge, it is not the alligator or the panther that quietly shapes the fate of this wild kingdom. Instead, it is the green guardians, the plants, that form the living foundation of this remarkable ecosystem. From the ancient, towering cypress trees that rise like sentinels above the slow-moving waters, to the endless seas of sawgrass that ripple in the wind, these plants are the silent engineers of the Everglades. Their roots anchor the land, their leaves filter the sun, and their presence shapes every life that calls this place home. Plants here are more than just a backdrop. They are the architects of shelter, weaving dense thickets and leafy canopies that cradle countless creatures. In the tangled undergrowth, a chorus of insects hums, while hidden mammals and birds find sanctuary from both the elements and their predators. The mighty cypress, with its wide, buttressed trunk, stands as a fortress above the water. High in its branches, anhingas and barred owls build their nests, safe from the reach of hungry alligators below. Each tree becomes a vertical village, bustling with life from root to crown. Beneath the surface, the cypress roots twist and tangle, forming underwater labyrinths. Here schools of fish dart between the shadows, crayfish scuttle for cover, and young alligators slip silently through the maze, shielded from the ever-watchful eyes of predators. Across the vast prairies of sawgrass, life thrives in the shelter of slender blades. Frogs cling to the stalks, their calls echoing at dusk, while small mammals burrow deep within, hidden from the talons of hawks and the jaws of snakes. The sawgrass itself is a lifeline, offering both camouflage and sustenance. Marsh rabbits nibble quietly at the edges, and the Florida apple snail glides along the wet blades, feeding and laying eggs in the safety of the marsh. The apple snail, in turn, becomes the prize for the endangered snail kite. With sharp eyes and swift wings, the kite swoops down, plucking snails from the marsh, a delicate link in the chain of life that plants have set in motion. On the water's surface, floating mats of water lilies and spatterdock create islands of green. Their broad leaves cast cool shadows, and their roots dangle in the gentle current, offering shelter to creatures below. Turtles bask beneath the lily pads, amphibians rest on the floating leaves, and above, the blossoms draw a parade of pollinators. Bees, butterflies, and dragonflies, each playing a part in the cycle of renewal. These pollinators, in their tireless search for nectar, carry the promise of new life from flower to flower, ensuring that the tapestry of green endures through the seasons. Some partnerships are even more intimate, woven so tightly that the fate of one depends entirely on the other. High in the trees, bromeliads cling to branches, their leaves forming cups that catch rainwater. Within these tiny pools, mosquito larvae wriggle, tree frogs lay their eggs, and a miniature world flourishes, safe from the harshness below. During the dry season, these bromeliad pools become oases, sustaining life when the marshes shrink and the sun beats down. Here, the bond between plant and animal is a lifeline, a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of nature. Without this vibrant, interconnected plant community, the Everglades' intricate food web would unravel, leaving silence where there was once a symphony of life. Every blade of grass, every towering tree, stands as a living testament to the power of partnership in the wild. Together they support a dazzling array of life, from the smallest insect to the largest predator, each dependent on the green guardians that hold this world together. In the next scene, we'll explore how this living tapestry faces new and daunting challenges, threats that will test the strength and resilience of the Green Guardians and determine the future of the Everglades. In the heart of the Everglades, where the morning mist clings to the sawgrass and the first rays of sunlight shimmer across endless waters, a hidden drama unfolds. Here, beneath the tranquil surface, rare and endangered species wage a daily battle for existence, their stories woven into the very fabric of this wild kingdom. These elusive creatures are the true survivors, masters of adaptation, each one sculpted by centuries of challenge and change. Their lives are a delicate dance with the unpredictable rhythms of water, weather, and wilderness. Deep within the shadowy cypress forest, the ghost orchid emerges like a wisp of fog, its pale petals floating in the humid air. This rare flower, almost invisible to the untrained eye, clings to the bark of ancient trees, drawing life from the moist, filtered light that seeps through the canopy. The ghost orchid's survival depends on a single secretive partner, the giant sphinx moth. On warm, still nights, the moth hovers in the darkness, guided by scent and moonlight, its long proboscis reaching deep into the orchid's heart. Without this rare encounter, the orchid's seeds would never find their way to the forest floor. This fragile partnership is a testament to the intricate web of life in the Everglades, a web so finely spun that the loss of one thread could unravel the fate of both flower and pollinator. In the dense, tangled undergrowth, the Florida panther moves like a shadow, silent, powerful, and almost invisible. With every step, it navigates a labyrinth of roots and water, its golden eyes scanning for the faintest sign of prey. Only a handful of these majestic cats remain, their numbers dwindling with each passing year. Over generations, they have evolved longer legs and wide, padded paws, perfect for gliding through flooded prairies and muddy sloughs. Each hunt is a test of patience and skill, every meal a hard-won victory. But the world around them is shrinking, encroaching water, vanishing forests, and the ever-present threat of starvation or rival predators force the panther to adapt, to hide, and to fight for every inch of its territory. Above the marshes, the Everglades snail kite soars, its wings slicing through the humid air. With eyes sharp as polished glass, it scans the water for a glint of movement, the telltale sign of an apple snail. The kite's beak, curved like a scythe, is perfectly designed to extract snails from their spiral shells, yet the bird's fate is tied to the rise and fall of the water. When drought strikes or floods surge, the snails vanish, and the kite must travel far and wide, chasing the shifting promise of food. Undaunted, the snail kite rides the wind, crossing vast stretches of marsh in search of the next meal, its journey a testament to endurance and instinct. Lurking at the water's edge, the American crocodile basks in the sun, its armored body a relic of a prehistoric world. It is a survivor from another age, perfectly adapted to the brackish waters where river meets sea. These ancient reptiles slip between salt and fresh water with ease, their bodies built to withstand the changing tides and shifting salinity. Each day they patrol the boundaries of their domain, ever watchful for the next opportunity or threat. But even the crocodile's resilience is tested by the relentless march of change. Rising seas, unpredictable rainfall, and the slow creep of salt water threaten to tip the delicate balance that has sustained them for millennia. Each of these rare wonders, orchid, panther, kite and crocodile, carries the legacy of survival. Their stories are etched into the landscape, a living chronicle of adaptation, struggle and hope. Through storms and droughts, floods and fires, they endure. Every day is a test of ingenuity, every season a new challenge to overcome. As the Everglades transforms, these survivors must evolve or fade into memory. Each fleeting glimpse of their wild beauty is a reminder of nature's fierce determination, a silent promise that, against all odds, life will find a way. At dawn, a golden mist drapes the Everglades, and the wetlands awaken with a symphony of wings. This sprawling sanctuary, stretching as far as the eye can see, is a living tapestry woven by the countless birds that call it home. Here the air is alive with the calls and songs of the aviators of the Everglades, each species a vital thread in the fabric of this wild kingdom. The great blue heron, regal and patient, stands motionless in the shallows, its keen eyes fixed on the water below. Nearby a tiny warbler flits from branch to branch, its delicate frame belying the strength required to survive in this untamed world. Each bird, from the largest wader to the smallest songbird, plays a unique and irreplaceable role in the Everglades' delicate balance. As winter's chill descends upon the northern lands, the Everglades become a sanctuary for migratory birds. Vast flocks fill the sky, their wings beating in unison as they journey thousands of miles, guided by ancient instincts. The wetlands below offer a promise of warmth, food and safety, a refuge from the frozen world they've left behind. These travellers arrive weary but determined, their feathers ruffled by the wind and rain of their long voyage. They descend upon the marshes, their arrival a signal that the Everglades cycle of life is about to enter a new chapter. In the lush marshes, birds of every hue and size gather to feed. Some probe the mud for insects and crustaceans, while others pluck seeds and berries from the dense vegetation. Their vibrant plumage, emerald, sapphire, gold and crimson, transforms the landscape into a living mosaic, each colour a testament to the diversity of life thriving here. As the days grow longer, the Everglades erupt with the energy of nesting season. Birds gather in colonies, their calls echoing across the water as they weave intricate nests from reeds, twigs and moss. The air is thick with anticipation, each parent-to-be fiercely protective of its chosen spot. Tree branches and marsh grasses become nurseries, cradling eggs and hatchlings. The chorus of hungry chicks rises with the sun, a daily reminder of the Everglades' promise of renewal. High in the mangroves, the roseate spoonbill tends its nest. Its brilliant pink feathers catch the morning light as it carefully feeds its chicks, ever watchful for danger lurking below. The spoonbill's unique bill sweeps through the water, sifting for food to nourish the next generation. In the tall grasses, the great egret builds a fortress of reeds. With each careful movement, it arranges its eggs, ensuring they are safe from the ever-present threats of the wild. Its snowy plumage stands out against the green, a beacon of grace and vigilance. Life in the Everglades is a constant test of adaptability. Birds must navigate shifting waters, sudden storms, and the ever-watchful eyes of predators. Every day is a lesson in survival, demanding both cunning and resilience. The osprey, a master of the skies, circles high above the water. Its vision is unmatched, able to spot the faintest ripple of a fish below. With wings poised and talons ready, it hovers, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Suddenly the osprey dives, slicing through the air and plunging into the water. It emerges triumphant, a wriggling fish clutched in its talons, a testament to the precision and power required to thrive in this wild place. The anhinga, known as the snake bird, is a silent hunter. Perched at the water's edge, it surveys its domain, its slender neck poised like a spear. With barely a ripple, the anhinga slips beneath the surface, gliding through the water with serpentine grace. It spears its prey with lightning speed, then surfaces to spread its wings wide, drying them in the sun before taking flight once more. Across the wetlands, birds interact in a complex dance, some foraging together, others displaying elaborate courtship rituals. Each behavior, honed by generations, ensures the survival of their kind and the health of the ecosystem. Birds control insect populations, disperse seeds that will become tomorrow's forests, and in turn become prey for other creatures. Their lives are woven into every aspect of the Everglades' existence. When storms sweep across the wetlands, the aviators endure, huddling together for warmth or braving the elements in search of food. Their resilience is legendary, their ability to adapt a marvel of nature. As the sun rises, birds take to the sky, each flight purposeful, each journey a testament to the enduring spirit of the Everglades. They soar above the wetlands, their fates intertwined with the health of this unique ecosystem. Every call, every wing beat echoes the story of survival and connection. As dusk falls and flocks gather in the fading light, the aviators of the Everglades continue their timeless dance. In their harmonious movements, we witness the intricate connections that sustain life in this extraordinary place, a wild kingdom ruled by wings. Beneath the shimmering surface of the Everglades, a hidden universe thrives, one that few ever witness, yet it pulses with relentless energy and life. Here the water is both a shield and a stage, concealing a world where survival is a daily drama and every creature plays a part in the unfolding story. In the cool, shadowy embrace of the wetlands' waters, fish and aquatic creatures weave through a labyrinth of tangled roots, swaying grasses and submerged logs. Each nook and cranny is a potential refuge or a lurking danger, and every movement is calculated for survival. This underwater metropolis is alive with constant motion. Fish slip silently through dense curtains of vegetation, their scales glinting in the filtered light. Some seek shelter among the roots, while others patrol open corridors, always alert for the faintest ripple that signals opportunity or threat. Schools of minnows move as one, a living cloud that shifts and swirls in perfect synchrony. At the slightest hint of danger, they scatter in a flash, their tiny bodies vanishing into the safety of the grasses, leaving only a shimmer in the water behind. Largemouth bass, the silent hunters of these depths, lurk motionless among the aquatic plants. Their bodies blend perfectly with the shadows, and with a sudden burst of speed they strike, turning the calm into chaos for a brief electrifying moment. On the muddy riverbed, catfish glide slowly, their sensitive whiskers sweeping the silt. They probe the darkness for hidden morsels, relying on touch and taste to guide them through the murky world where sight is of little use. Among floating mats of aquatic plants, bluegill and sunfish nestle close, their vibrant scales flickering in the dappled sunlight. They hover near their nests, ever watchful, ready to defend their territory from intruders or snatch a passing insect from the water's surface. Camouflage is a vital skill here. Many fish have evolved colors and patterns that let them vanish among the waving plants, evading both larger fish and the sharp eyes of wading birds that hunt from above. In the deeper shadows, garfish glide with ancient grace. Their armored bodies, unchanged for millennia, are built for endurance and stealth. They move slowly, conserving energy, waiting for the perfect moment to snap up an unwary prey. But the Everglades' watery depths are not the domain of fish alone. This is a realm of astonishing diversity, where every layer of the water column teems with life. Crayfish scuttle across the substrate, their armoured bodies bristling with energy. They use their pincers to defend their burrows, forage for food, and even spar with rivals in silent underwater duels. Turtles, both soft-shelled and hard-shelled, navigate the maze of reeds and roots with practiced ease. They glide through the water, surfacing now and then for a breath of air before vanishing once more into the green gloom. The elusive American eel, a master of adaptation, weaves its way through the aquatic maze. Its sinuous body slips between plants and stones, equally at home in fresh or brackish water, always searching for its next meal. In this submerged world, vigilance is the key to survival. Every creature, from the smallest minnow to the largest predator, must remain alert, ready to flee, fight, or hide at a moment's notice. Some fish build secret nests among the roots and guard their eggs with fierce devotion, fanning them with their fins and chasing away any would-be intruders. Others embark on epic journeys, migrating with the changing seasons. They follow the shifting tides and currents, seeking out new feeding grounds or safer waters for their young. From the tiniest insect larvae wriggling in the mud to the mighty alligator gar patrolling the open water, every creature has a role to play. Together they form a delicate web of life, each link essential to the balance of this complex ecosystem. Sunbeams pierce the surface, illuminating the underwater world in golden shafts. In these fleeting moments, the Everglades' depths reveal their beauty, a shimmering ballet of fish, plants, and light, all moving in harmony. Even out of sight, nature's wonders are always at work, shaping the fate of the wetlands from beneath the surface. Here, in the watery depths, the ancient dance of life continues, resilient, adaptive, and endlessly fascinating. When the skies darken and the winds begin to howl, the Everglades braces for one of nature's most formidable forces, hurricanes. The air grows heavy, thick with anticipation as the first distant rumbles of thunder echo across the vast wetlands. Grasses bow low beneath the onslaught of wind, and the water's surface ripples with the energy of the approaching tempest. These powerful storms sweep across the wetlands, flooding habitats, uprooting ancient trees and transforming the landscape in a matter of hours. Water surges over the land, carving new channels and submerging familiar ground, while the relentless wind tears through the canopy, scattering leaves and branches like confetti. Yet even in the face of such chaos, the animals of the Everglades reveal remarkable resilience and adaptability. Each species, honed by generations of survival, enacts ancient rituals of preparation and endurance. As the first raindrops fall, alligators sense the shift in air pressure and instinctively seek refuge. Some slip silently into deep water channels, submerging themselves beneath the surface where the current is slow and the world above is muffled. Others retreat into burrows dug into the banks, their armoured bodies protected from flying debris and surging water. Birds, from stately herons to flocks of ibises, cluster in dense thickets or hunker down in the tangled embrace of mangroves. Their feathers, slicked tight against the rain, form a waterproof shield, while their bodies press close together for warmth and security. Each bird waits motionless as the storm rages overhead, trusting in instinct and the shelter of the trees. Beneath the churning surface, fish and turtles dive to the bottom, where the water is calmest and the threat of the storm is muted. Turtles wedge themselves beneath submerged logs or rocks, their shells blending with the muddy bottom, while fish hover in the stillness, conserving energy until the turbulence above subsides. For smaller creatures, survival depends on resourcefulness and quick thinking. Insects cling to the undersides of leaves, their bodies pressed flat against the trembling greenery, while amphibians seek out the smallest crevices, burrowing deep into the moist earth. Tree frogs, with their remarkable adhesive toes, cling to bark and leaves, anchoring themselves against the wind's fury. Each drop of rain beads on their skin, but they hold fast, eyes wide and unblinking, waiting for the world to calm. Snakes, ever the masters of stealth, coil beneath fallen logs or burrow deep into the mud, finding safety in the earth itself. Here, insulated from the chaos above, they wait in patient silence, their bodies conserving warmth and energy. Even the elusive Florida panther, master of stealth and survival, retreats to the highest ground it can find. With silent determination, it navigates a maze of fallen branches and rising waters, its keen senses alert to every change in the environment. When the storm finally subsides, the Everglades is transformed. The sun breaks through the clouds, illuminating a world washed clean and reshaped by the storm's power. Pools of fresh water glisten where dry land once lay, and the air is filled with the scent of wet earth and new beginnings. Floodwaters may have scattered nests and dens, while strong winds reshape the canopy and scatter seeds far and wide. Some trees stand broken, their branches stripped bare, but the ground below is rich with new possibilities, seeds carried by the wind and water, ready to take root. But almost immediately life begins to return. Birds take to the air, their calls echoing across the flooded prairies, while animals emerge cautiously from their shelters, testing the changed world with nose and paw. Birds emerge to hunt in the newly formed pools, their sharp eyes scanning for fish stranded by the flood. Wading birds stalk through the shallows, seizing the opportunity to feast on the bounty left behind by the receding waters. Alligators patrol their expanded territory, gliding silently through the water, while turtles clamber onto floating debris and sun-warmed logs, basking in the gentle light that follows the storm. For every species, hurricanes are a test, a challenge that has shaped their instincts and behaviors over countless generations. Each animal carries the memory of storms past, encoded in their very nature, guiding them through the cycle of destruction and renewal. Some, like the apple snail, have evolved ingenious strategies, laying their eggs high above the waterline, safe from the highest floods, ensuring the next generation survives even the fiercest deluge. Others, like the resilient crayfish, dig deep burrows into the wetland soil, creating sanctuaries that protect them from both drought and flood. Their tunnels a testament to persistence and adaptability. In the Everglades, disaster is not an end but a force of renewal. The floodwaters recede, leaving behind a landscape rich with nutrients, ready for regrowth and rebirth. Each storm brings hardship but also opportunity, reshaping the land and sparking new cycles of life. Shoots of green push through the mud and animals explore the changed world, adapting once more to the rhythms of nature. Through it all, the animals endure, weathering the storm as they have for millennia. Their survival is a living testament to the extraordinary power of nature's resilience, a story written in every drop of rain, every gust of wind, and every new beginning that follows the storm. Beneath the rippling surface of the Everglades, an unseen world pulses with life, a hidden empire of microscopic wonders. Here, in water droplets suspended on a blade of sawgrass, entire communities thrive, invisible to the naked eye but vital to the wetlands' balance. Every cubic inch of water teems with countless organisms. Algae in shimmering emerald strands float freely, capturing sunlight and transforming it into the foundation of the food web. Diatoms, encased in delicate glass shells, drift in gentle currents, their intricate patterns a marvel of natural engineering. Tiny rotifers, crowned with spinning whirls of cilia, paddle through the water, collecting food with mesmerizing precision. Among the tangled roots and submerged stems, single-celled protozoa prowl, a microscopic safari of hunters and grazers. Some glide gracefully, propelled by whip-like flagella, while others ooze and stretch, changing shape as they engulf their prey. These invisible predators keep bacterial populations in check, maintaining a delicate equilibrium beneath the surface. The mud at the bottom of shallow pools is alive with movement. Nematodes, slender thread-like worms, burrow and twist through the sediment, feeding on decaying plant matter and recycling essential nutrients. Water fleas, their transparent bodies flickering in the sunlight, dart among the detritus, grazing on algae and serving as a crucial meal for young fish and insect larvae. Amid these bustling microcosms, cyanobacteria cluster in vivid blue-green colonies, fixing nitrogen from the air and enriching the watery soil. Their presence nourishes the plants above, fueling the vibrant growth that defines the Everglades landscape. Filamentous fungi weave networks through decaying leaves, breaking down tough fibers and releasing nutrients back into the ecosystem. In the quiet after the storm, these microscopic communities burst into renewed activity. Floodwaters bring a fresh influx of organic material, sparking blooms of bacteria and algae. In turn, swarms of protozoa and microcrustaceans flourish, their populations rising and falling in a complex dance of survival. Though invisible, the lives of these tiny organisms are intertwined with every creature in the Everglades. They purify water, cycle nutrients, and form the base of the food chain, supporting everything from darting minnows to majestic alligators. Without them, the wetlands would fall silent, its resilience and abundance gone. In this world where a single drop holds multitudes, the Everglades reveals its deepest secret, that even the smallest life matters, and that the true strength of nature often lies in what we cannot see. In the heart of the Everglades, a primal force sweeps across the landscape: fire. Contrary to what many might believe, these flames are not agents of destruction, but ancient sculptors shaping the destiny of the wetlands. Each year, lightning crackles across dark summer skies, igniting dry sawgrass and sparking a transformation that has played out for millennia. As fire dances across the plains, tall grasses ignite in shimmering waves, sending plumes of smoke into the humid air. The heat is intense, but the flames move swiftly, rarely lingering long enough to scorch the earth beneath. Instead, they clear away tangled undergrowth and accumulated dead matter, making way for new life to emerge. Beneath the surface, the roots of sawgrass and other resilient plants lie protected, insulated by the wet soil and waterlogged peat. When the fire passes, these survivors send up fresh green shoots, their growth invigorated by the nutrient-rich ash left behind. In just days, the charred landscape erupts in a flush of new vegetation, a feast for grazing mammals and nesting birds. Fire also opens up the tree islands, oases of hardwoods and palms rising above the marsh. Here flames thin out dense thickets, allowing sunlight to reach the forest floor and fostering a mosaic of habitats. Orchids, bromeliads, and ferns quickly colonize the sunlit patches, while insects and amphibians find new niches among the regenerating plants. The pulse of fire shapes the lives of countless animals. Alligators retreat to deep water holes, turtles burrow into the mud, and birds take flight above the smoke. As the flames recede, opportunistic species return. Wading birds forage in the open spaces, feeding on insects and small creatures exposed by the burn. Deer and rabbits graze on the tender new shoots, while raptors scan the blackened ground for prey. Even the ancient cypress domes, with their thick bark and towering trunks, bear the marks of fire's touch. Here periodic burns prevent hardwood invasion, preserving the open, sun-dappled character of these unique forests. Fire, in its controlled fury, maintains the balance between wet prairie, sawgrass marsh, and wooded island, each habitat supporting its own web of life. Without fire, the Everglades would change. Sawgrass would give way to shrubs and trees, the open wetlands closing in and losing the rich biodiversity that defines them. Fire's cyclical presence resets the clock of growth and decay, ensuring that the Everglades remains a place of boundless renewal. In the grand tapestry of this wild landscape, fire is both artist and caretaker, a natural force that, in its passage, breathes new life into the wetlands. Through flames the Everglades endures, transformed and reborn, its resilient spirit burning bright beneath the endless sky. As the sun rises and sets over the vast expanse of the Everglades, time flows not just in days but in sweeping cycles of seasons. This unique wilderness is shaped by rhythms older than memory, each season bringing its own challenges, transformations, and opportunities for life to flourish. The year begins in the dry season when cool, crisp air sweeps across the wetlands. Water levels recede, revealing a patchwork of mudflats and shallow pools. Here, alligators carve out deep gator holes, lifelines that retain precious water when much of the marsh dries out. Fish, amphibians, and invertebrates crowd these shrinking oases, drawing in flocks of wading birds. Great egrets, herons, and spoonbills gather in dazzling numbers, feasting on the concentrated bounty. The chorus of frogs echoes through the cool nights, a reminder of life's persistence even in scarcity. As spring unfolds, the first rains begin to fall. Lightning flickers in the distance, and the parched earth drinks deeply. Water spreads slowly, creeping back across the sawgrass prairies, transforming dusty plains into shimmering mirrors. Plants awaken, sending up fresh shoots and vibrant blooms. Orchids and lilies emerge from their dormancy, painting the landscape with bursts of colour. Dragonflies dart above the water while turtles bask on newly submerged logs. Then comes the wet season, the time of abundance. Daily thunderstorms roll across the horizon, drenching the land and swelling the rivers. The Everglades becomes a watery labyrinth, its boundaries blurred by flood. Fish scatter through the vast expanse, and young alligators paddle through the floating vegetation. Tree islands stand as green archipelagos, their canopies alive with the calls of nesting birds and the rustle of mammals. The air hums with insects, and the chorus of frogs swells to a roar. Everywhere life pulses in response to the abundance of water. As the rains subside and the cycle turns once more, water slowly retreats. The lush growth of the wet season gives way to the golden hues of autumn. Grasses dry and seeds scatter, providing food for deer, rabbits, and countless small creatures. Migratory birds arrive, drawn by the promise of food and shelter. The Everglades becomes a crossroads, a vital stopover for travelers on journeys spanning continents. Throughout each season, the landscape shifts and adapts. Animals synchronize their lives to the changing conditions, nesting when food is plentiful, burrowing or migrating when resources grow scarce. Plants time their flowering and fruiting to coincide with the rains, ensuring their seeds will find fertile ground. In this wild mosaic, no two seasons are ever quite the same. The Everglades endures through cycles of drought and flood, heat and cool, plenty and want. It is a place defined by change, a living testament to the power of adaptation and resilience. Here the passage of time is written in water, wind, and the endless dance of life, season after season, year after year. Beneath the tranquil surface of the Everglades lies a world shaped by pursuit and evasion, a delicate web where every life is both hunter and hunted. Here survival is a daily contest, governed by instincts honed over countless generations. In the early morning mist, a great blue heron stands motionless, its gaze fixed on the water below. With lightning speed, its beak darts down, snatching an unsuspecting fish from the shallows. But even as the heron feasts, it remains wary, ever alert for the silent approach of an alligator gliding beneath the lily pads, eyes just above the waterline. Elsewhere, a raccoon pads along the muddy banks, agile paws probing for crayfish and snails. It pauses, ears twitching at the faint rustle of grass. A cottonmouth snake, camouflaged against the roots, lies in wait. The raccoon's keen senses and nimble reflexes are its best defences in this land of lurking dangers. High above, a red-shouldered hawk circles, scanning the open marsh for movement. Its sharp vision picks out a marsh rabbit foraging among the reeds. In a burst of speed the hawk dives, talons poised, but the rabbit, sensing the shadow overhead, bolts for cover, vanishing into a tangle of sawgrass. Beneath the water's surface the drama continues unseen. Small fish dart through submerged roots, pursued by larger bass and lurking gar. Dragonfly larvae, fierce mini-predators, stalk mosquito larvae in the quiet pools. Even the tiniest creatures play their part in this intricate dance of life and death. No predator reigns supreme for long. Each hunter must also watch for threats. Young alligators, bold in their pursuit of frogs and fish, are themselves hunted by wading birds and larger reptiles. Otters slip through the waterways, playful yet relentless, feasting on crabs and shellfish while keeping a wary eye on the shadows that move beneath the water. Every action has a ripple effect. When prey grows scarce, predators must adapt, seeking new hunting grounds or shifting their diets. When predators thrive, their prey populations dwindle, only to rebound when the hunters move on or numbers fall. This ever-shifting balance is the heartbeat of the Everglades. It is a realm where no creature is truly safe, and every life is woven into a tapestry of challenge and opportunity. Through countless trials, the web holds firm, each link essential, each role vital. In the silent struggle between predator and prey, the Everglades finds its equilibrium. Here, survival is not a matter of strength alone, but of cunning, adaptability, and the timeless rhythm of nature's design. As the sun dips below the horizon and the golden light fades, the Everglades transform into a world of shadows and whispers. Nightfall brings a symphony of sounds, a testament to the vibrant life that thrives in the darkness. Crickets are the first to announce the arrival of night, their rhythmic chirping creating a steady backdrop that fills the air. Each chirp is a call to attract a mate, a testament to the persistence of life even in the stillness of night. Frogs soon join the chorus, their calls ranging from deep croaks to high-pitched peeps. The American bullfrog's resonant baritone carries across the water, while the green tree frog's sharp bell-like notes punctuate the night air. These amphibian serenades serve both as mating calls and territorial warnings, a complex communication network that weaves through the wetlands. In the distance, the haunting call of a barred owl echoes through the cypress trees. "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all?" The owl's question reverberates, a mysterious and eerie sound that adds an element of the unknown to the nocturnal landscape. This sentinel of the night perches silently, its keen eyes scanning for unsuspecting prey below. The gentle rustling of leaves and reeds betrays the movements of nocturnal creatures. A raccoon, with its dexterous paws, forages along the water's edge, its movements producing soft splashes and rustles. The subtle sound of a snake slithering through the underbrush adds to the tapestry of the night. Above, bats take to the sky, their wings beating in near-silent flight. They emit high-frequency echolocation calls, inaudible to human ears but crucial for navigating and hunting insects in the dark. Occasionally, the flutter of wings and a faint squeak can be heard as they snatch their prey mid-air. The water itself is alive with sound. The gentle lapping of waves against the shore, the occasional splash of a fish breaking the surface, and the distant bellow of an alligator create a soundscape that is both tranquil and dynamic. The alligator's deep, resonant call is a reminder of the hidden power that lurks beneath the still waters. In the stillness of the night, the wind becomes an instrument, rustling through the sawgrass and whispering through the leaves. It carries the scents and sounds of the Everglades, creating a connection between all the living beings that inhabit this unique ecosystem. This nocturnal symphony is a reminder of the Everglades' resilience and vitality. Each sound is a note in nature's grand composition, a testament to the interconnectedness of life and the enduring rhythm of the natural world. As the night deepens, the Everglades sing their ancient song, a lullaby for the wild and a promise of another day to come. Beneath the moonlit canopy, the Everglades seem timeless, yet subtle signs reveal a world in flux. As the climate shifts, ancient rhythms are disrupted, and the balance that has sustained these wetlands for millennia begins to waver. Water, the lifeblood of the Everglades, now arrives unpredictably. Extended droughts parch the sawgrass prairies, leaving patches of cracked earth where once there was a shimmering expanse. River channels shrink, isolating pockets of water and stranding fish. Alligators, once rulers of wide, wet domains, now patrol shrinking pools, territories diminished by receding waters. When the rains do come, they often arrive in torrents. Floodwaters surge across the landscape, uprooting young cypress seedlings and sweeping away nests tucked carefully in the reeds. Wading birds, their legs reflected in the shallow waters, find their feeding grounds transformed, sometimes submerged, sometimes vanished. Rising seas creep inland, their salty fingers reaching farther each year. Sawgrass wilts and dies where fresh water once flowed, replaced by salt-loving mangroves that march steadily north. The chorus of frogs grows quieter in these brackish waters as some species struggle to adapt to the changing chemistry. Amid the subtle chaos, newcomers seize the opportunity. Invasive plants, thriving in disturbed conditions, spread unchecked, smothering native wildflowers and crowding out the delicate orchids that once danced on the breeze. The calls of rare birds fade as habitats fragment, and the silent struggle for survival intensifies. Even the night symphony changes its tune. Fewer insects rise from the water's edge, deprived of the stable conditions they need to thrive. Bats, masters of the night sky, must travel farther and farther in search of dwindling prey. Yet flickers of resilience persist. Some creatures, opossums, raccoons, and adaptable birds, shift their behaviors, forging new patterns in response to the altered world. Trees send out new shoots, and the water's edge pulses with the quiet determination of life. The Everglades are a living testament to adaptation, but the shadows of change grow longer with each passing season. The fate of these wetlands hangs in the balance, shaped by forces beyond their borders. A silent drama unfolding beneath the stars. As dawn approaches, the Everglades wait in quiet anticipation, holding their breath for what the next day will bring. As the first light of dawn spills across the misty marshes, a new chapter begins for the Everglades. A story not just of struggle, but of hope and renewal. Across this sprawling wilderness, subtle signs of recovery appear, woven into the tapestry of everyday life. Where salt once crept unchecked, young sawgrass shoots push bravely through the mud, reclaiming ground from the encroaching mangroves. In the stillness, water slowly returns to forgotten channels, guided by the patient hand of restoration. The great river of grass, once choked and fragmented, now flows more freely in places, reconnecting habitats and breathing life back into the mosaic of wet prairies and tree islands. Alligators carve new trails through the marsh, their journeys tracing the return of precious water. Fish dart in newly flooded sloughs, their silver bodies flashing beneath the surface as they repopulate ancestral spawning grounds. Above, the air shimmers with the wings of wading birds, a swirl of roseate spoonbills, elegant egrets and stoic herons. Their numbers, once dwindling, begin to swell as revitalized wetlands provide safe havens for nesting and feeding. In the tangled roots of restored cypress groves, frogs chorus once more, their voices rising in jubilant waves that echo the promise of recovery. Beneath the surface, hidden worlds thrive. Apple snails, essential to the endangered snail kite, glide through revitalized waters, their spiral shells a testament to the delicate balance of this ecosystem. In the shadows, rare orchids bloom again, their petals unfurling in places where invasive plants have been carefully removed. The return of these fragile flowers signals the resilience of native species when given a chance to reclaim their home. Even the invisible empire, microbes and tiny invertebrates, flourishes in cleaner, healthier water. Their unseen work nurtures the soil, supports the food web, and strengthens the very foundation of the Everglades. Yet this recovery is not without challenges. The landscape remains ever vigilant, adapting to new threats and shifting conditions. But with each sunrise, the Everglades stand as a living symbol of nature's power to heal. In every ripple, every call, every green shoot pushing skyward, there is a quiet determination, a promise that with care and perseverance this wild heart of Florida can endure. As the sun climbs higher, the Everglades awaken in a chorus of life and hope. The future is unwritten, but within these wetlands, nature's resilience and ongoing restoration efforts shine as beacons, guiding the way for generations yet to come.